Hello, welcome back to Great Reviews It All. I am going to be discussing the Teen Mom 2 reunion. It aired last night, so I watched it last night so that I could come on today to talk about it. Pretty interesting episode with some things um, that I wasn't expecting. I thought it would have, for the most part, everything seemed like it was pretty cool, but you just had your little things here and there. That happens at reunions, right? The way that they ended this episode was completely trash. That was so sucky, but hey, we can. That's what they gave us, so that's what I'm gonna work with. All right, so they started off with all of the ladies on the stage. They're letting us know that Kale is not physically in the building, but she did agree to be a part of the reunion via video. Which I was just like, okay, so is it more so because you knew, because Brianna would be there and you just wanted to avoid some drama that made, with the whole her suing Brianna? Maybe that was the reason. We don't know. Kale, she's a lot of things, but anyway, she agreed to still do it, but just by that way. So let's see. So they were just going around asking the ladies, different questions and everything. I think so. Jade, she was pretty much just saying that she just hated all of the negative comments that came with this season. Just a lot of the viewers or fans or whoever you are who had some negative things to say pertaining to Jade and Sean's relationship and just her relationship with her family member, her mom, the dad, and just how that could possibly be affecting Chloe. She pretty much was just saying that she just hated that. She called them another word I'm not gonna repeat, but if you watched it, then you already know what she said. Let's see. Um, they ask Ashley the same thing, about what she got out of the season. Pretty much, just even with Jade and Sean, she was saying that Bar and Sean were able um, to reach out to each other just to continue to uplift each other throughout their process of self growth and just taking care of themselves and just being better men, a better person all the way around. So that was really great to hear. um Everyone looks beautiful, by the way. Did up, makeup done. They looking great. Let's see, and then they bring up Kale. um Leah, she was pretty much saying that she didn't know why Kale wasn't there. And immediately Jade was just kind of like, you don't know why she's here? And she was like, everybody knows why she's not here. I'm like, whoa. Wasn't expecting for Jade to really just kind of come at her like that, but I guess she was pretty much just saying, like, girl, be truthful. You know why Kale is not here. It's because Brianna is here. And they have a whole thing. All of a sudden, Ashley, she proceeds to get up and walk away. She says she doesn't want to be involved in this conversation because Kale is not here. She's not with it. She exits the stage, and then all of a sudden, Leah just jumps up and says, "Okay, well, I'm leaving too because I don't want to talk about this." Like, now, just a second ago, Leah, or whatever, you were sitting there ready to pretend that you didn't know what was going on. But we're going to see that she do know a little bit more than what she was letting on as I keep going. So let's move on. Um, so they're saying pretty much that it's going around that Leah and Kale, they are not cool. Reason being because there was the Teen Mom reunion, family reunion, which I did watch. I was very up to date on that. So Kale felt some type of way that Leah was able to create relationships with all of the other ladies. Specifically, she got cool with Brianna, and Kale did not like that. But I'm just like, Kale, that's a bit unfair. I mean, Leah is her own person. She can create a relationship with whoever she wants to. Just because you don't like that specific person doesn't mean that she has to have a problem with them. You have to trust that your friend will know how to carry herself in that type of scenario. Specifically, they can be cool, but do not discuss you specifically. There should never be no discussion between the two of them about anything pertaining to you, right? Okay. So now Ashley comes back to the stage. Leah is still in the back. She's saying as long as they're talking about Kale, I do not want to talk about that. That's why I left. I'm not coming back out right now. Um, so Ashley, she just wants to be clear. She don't want no problems with nobody. She said, I'm cool with Kale. I'm cool with everybody. And she didn't like that Kale was brought up and she's not present. So of course, Dr. Drew, they had to let her know, like, okay, we understand, but please know that Kale is she's going to be on the video, so she will have her time to speak. So she is technically a part of this reunion. She may not be physically present, but she is part of this. So we will ask some of the same questions to her. This is the reunion. We are here to talk about the show. So calm down, Ashley. Okay, so they cut off from that, and then now they come back in and it's Leah's segment. They start asking her about how she's doing and everything. Pretty much she let us know that meeting Jalen was very unexpected. She wasn't actually seeking a relationship with anybody. She was just going about her life, and boom, here comes Jalen, and it turned out to be something worthwhile. She's saying that she's still not necessarily ready for marriage at that particular time at this time, but and it's because of her experiences, which we have all seen. If you watched her on Teen Mom, you know Teen Mom, you know what that has experience has been for her. So I could see why she would be a little more cautious this time around if she decides to get married again. Um, but she's saying that she still does want to pursue the real estate license and everything. And they asked her, like, okay, so you don't think that you're showing somebody a house and then all of a sudden they're gonna be like, hey, don't I know you from Teen Mom? And then they just have a whole fan girl moment. So um that's my phone ringing in the back, sorry. But and she's just pretty much like, look, I don't care if that's something I want to do. I'll just use it to my advantage, and we just gonna keep it moving. Let me show you this house, okay? Um, Now they have Jalen to come in, just asking him, had you were you familiar with Leah and the show and everything like that? He says that he wasn't familiar, and maybe that's his truth. Maybe he wasn't. Um, so he didn't know exactly what he was getting himself into when he met her, but he was very open, and it turned out to be something where he wasn't just interested in her. He felt a love towards her children as well, like accepting her with everything that comes with her. It's a package deal. Saying that he's not trying to step in and take place of the children's fathers. He sees himself as a bonus dad, and he just wants to be the support system for how they want to raise their children. And that is the best thing that you could ask for in a scenario like this. Um, we find out that Leah and Jalen, they did end up buying a home together, which is great if they're, you know, this serious with each other in their relationship, and she feels that it's a good fit for her and her children. Why not? Um, and of course, they asked the question, okay, well, are both of y'all names on this property? I mean, who's the owner? And it turns out that Jalen is the one who purchased, whose name it's in. Um, mm, I don't know how I feel about that, because I think, and maybe from maybe it was a smarter move for them to have it in his name. I don't know, but definitely from Leah's part, I would have been like, I do want my name to be on this house as well, because at the end of the day, you're pretty much saying this is my house, but it's supposed to be a together type of scenario. But I don't know, just for her security, to make sure her name is on it. My opinion. Um, Now, the reason that they said that his name was on there on the home is because he did it as a surprise. Um, like the gesture. However, I don't want nobody to surprise me with a house. I would like to have some input into it and do it together. And that's like basically they're saying that's how her name wasn't on it. Um, like, no, don't surprise me with a house. I mean, surprise me with the idea of saying, hey, let's move in together, let's purchase a home. I would have preferred that. But to just, and then you basically are just saying, okay, this is where we're living. What if you don't like the house? But yeah, I ain't care too much for that. But hey, everybody's different. Um, so then the topic of Kale comes up, so they're just pretty much wanting to just kind of get her input on that, and she's like, well, we just haven't been talking like that. She says she has reached out to Kale has not responded to her, and she's pretty sure that it was because of her creating somewhat of a friendship with the ladies, that specifically Brianna, that Kale is not a fan of. She said she had no idea about Brianna sending Kale a treadmill and all of those things. It just, you know, I just hate it, but hopefully they're able to figure that out. Um, Kale is a whole nother thing. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. So pretty much a lot came out of doing that family reunion for the ladies who participated in it. All right. So then we move on into the Ashley and Bar segment. Um, Not too much to really dig into on that. We know that Ashley, she's continuing to do her thing, opening up a business bar. She pretty much was saying that the issue that she was having with him is that she didn't want him to just go to work and come home and help with the baby, and that's it. She wanted him to make sure that he is pursuing things that he's passionate about, and she was getting frustrated with that, along with the things that he was doing illegal activity, trouble that he was getting into. um but just starting from when they went to that reunion, that pushed them into the direction that they wanted for their marriage to go. She was expecting, long term marriage like she has seen from other members of her family. And when she realized that it wasn't going to go like that between her and Bart, she was almost ready to jump ship. But glad that she stuck it out and they were able to figure out how to start moving in a better direction. Um, so, like I said, the reunion, it really did help them, and they just, want to keep going. He said they still have a lot of work to do. She figured out that it wasn't just him; it was the way she uses her words, and just knowing, okay, I need to be able to identify when I'm saying certain things that may cut deep, and being able to communicate how I'm really feeling. So it's beautiful that they're able to work on themselves for the betterment of their relationship. Um, so let's see. And we find out Ashley is on a better page with Bar's mom, but at the moment, Bar is having a little issue with his mom, which she will come out eventually on the next episode. On part two of the reunion, we will get to see her. She just new for her to be coming on the show in this way. We don't get to see her as much on Teen Mom 2. Um, so it would be, we want to, I'd love to see what happens with that, and specifically what made her and Bar kind of have a little spits back. Um, let's see, but we'll find that out. So moving on into Jade's segment. Her and Sean, they're doing great. Good to hear that he's still doing good. Want him to keep that up. He said at that particular time he's 9 months sober, so that's beautiful. Um, Everyone's giving him props, saying he looks better. He's, you know, just from the way his energy is. Um, Jay did not want him to share the drug choice that he preferred when he was on drugs. I understood why, but for his sobriety, he has to be in his truth. So you don't want to cut him down from doing that. That's a part of his healing, and you don't want to make him to a point where he has to start thinking about other people's feelings and start either not fully telling the truth or just lying completely. So just let him work through it, Jade. But they said they're doing pretty good. Um, Christy comes out, her mom. Um, Christy gives me that she's still full of BS. She says she's trying to work on bettering herself, but she's halfway there. She's not fully into it because you're still kind of going around what Dr. Drew was kind of hinting at. He really wants her to take the drug program serious. She's on chose to do probation versus jail time. So if she's really, really, really serious and she says she needs to cut off the relationship, it's no good for her. He's not trying to better himself, then yes, that's one of the things you need to do. But then the second party is what Dr. Drew was saying. Really get serious about your her sobriety as well. So Jade is pretty much surrounded by this. Um, let's see. And then I noticed that Jade kept talking for her to like interpreting what she's trying to say. It's like Jade, let Christy talk, please. Stop interrupting her or speaking over her, speaking for her, whatever. Stop. Let her talk. Um, but even still, it just seemed like Christy was still on some BS. So I could see why Jade is still a little, keeping a little bit of distance there because I can understand that. Okay. So let's see. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Kale segment. This was the last part. Like I said, I mean, they were very much boom, 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 back to back to back. So Kale's part comes in. They get to start and ask her questions. Um, they bring up the whole hobby thing. I'm like, all right, girl, don't send yourself back into that. You have to remember what that all comes with, and as we see that between the both of them, they realize that it wouldn't have been healthy for either one of them at that point in time. Because think about it, if he was with a whole nother woman and he's reaching out to you talking about he want to sleep with you, or you don't think, I mean, mentally it just seems like he's still in a headspace that that's not where she is. So I would say, girl, don't do that. um let's see. Right when they started talking about this and they go into asking about her and relationships and whatever, she's like, well, how I'm not talking to someone right now. And all of a sudden she's saying, yes, she's talking to someone and he's there. Would you like me to bring him on? He would if I asked him to. I'm wondering if she's just joking with us. I don't think she's really in a relationship. It's probably going to be one of the kids that she had tells to come around the corner. So the cameras, I mean, the show, it ends at that point, which I was like, really, that's it? Y'all just cut it off like that? Y'all just cut it off like that? I mean, honestly, I would have much rather them just stopped at Jade's segment and then just say on the next and move on into bringing Kale and so on and so forth. But what was that about? But I guess we're gonna see what happens the next episode. They have some things coming up between the ladies. Um, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, we can get a little information out of Kale specific to her and Leah's relationship. We know her and Brianna, it's been going on for years. So just lead it and let it be what it is. But other than that, I mean, let me know what y'all thought about the show. Um, like, comment, subscribe. Let's chat about it. I'm loving Teen Mom 2. Like I said, I'm getting back into it. So I will do my best to keep up in more seasons to come. So let's keep it going. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.